Assalamu alaikum students, and welcome you all in another very exciting and informing line of grammar. I hope you have got expertise in your last week's tasks and committed it to your memory. Students, our next topic in the lead is very interesting and secures very important 5 marks in objective exams. We'll take start with grammatical topic suitable forms of verb. So, you are advised to be zealous and determined to take full advantage of heading discussion. So, let's have a basic knowledge about verb. Students, verb is a word used to describe an action, state or occurrence and forming the main part of a sentence. We cannot make a sentence without a verb. It is therefore the most important word in a sentence. For example, Roshana takes her meals in the afternoon. In this sentence, the action word is takes. The sun rises in the east. What is the verb in the sentence? Yes, rises. She has learnt her lesson. Learnt is a verb in this sentence. Got it? Verb in tenses. Tense is a category that expresses time. They are usually manifested by the use of specific forms of verb. Verbs mainly come in 3 tenses, which are present tense. A verb that refers to the present time is said to be in the present tense. For example, today, this morning, every day, now. Like we see in the sentence, he works very hard. Here, works shows the present tense. Second one is past tense. The past tense is used to describe things that have already happened, and a verb that refers to the past time is said to be in the past tense. For example, yesterday, last week, 3 days ago, etc. You can see the example, he worked very hard. Here worked shows past tense. In the first example, when we have used S with the work, it showed present tense. And when we have used second form of work, that is worked, it shows past tense. The third one is future tense. Things that have yet to happen in the future time. For example, tomorrow, next week, next year, etc. As you can see in the example, he will work hard. Here will shows the future tense. Is it clear? There are further 4 forms of each tense, which we'll study thoroughly in accordance with the given exercises of suitable forms of verb in your textbook of English Grammar and Composition. Let's start with the 4 forms of present tense, and the first of them is present indefinite tense. Present indefinite tense is also called simple present tense and requires your full absorption. Uses. It is used for general truth or statements. For example, it snows in winter. 2 and 2 make 4. The sun rises in the east. Second one is, it is used for habits and routines. For example, school starts at 9 a.m. in the morning. Do you go to school by bus every day? He usually comes late. Third one is, it is used for action in the present which only last for a moment or follow one another. For example, the car stops, he keeps me waiting, she finishes her task and goes to sleep. One thing you have noticed in all these examples is that we have used first form of verb with s or es or only first form of verb. That indicates present indefinite tense. Is it clear? Okay. For easier understanding, there are keywords that tell you when to use present indefinite tense. The keywords are never, every day, often, normally, sometimes, usually, rarely, always, regularly, etc. When these words come in a sentence, it indicates that we have to use present indefinite tense, means first form of verb with s or es or only first form of verb. Got it? Now comes structure of present indefinite tense. In affirmative sentences, we use subject with first form of verb and then object. If the subject is plural, means if the subject is I, we, you or they, then we use first form of verb. Got it? But if the subject is singular, means he, she or it is there, we use subject first form of verb with s or es and then object. Like you can see in the examples, they play football and he plays football. They is a plural subject, that's why we have used first form of verb play. But he is a singular subject, that's why we have used s with plays. Got it? In negative sentences, what we have to do? We have to use do not or does not according to the subject. Means if the subject is plural, means if the subject is I, we, you or they, we use do not with first form of verb. What do we use? Do not with first form of verb. But if the subject is singular, means the subject is he, she or it, we use does not with first form of verb. We never use does not with first form of verb plus s or es. That is a wrong structure. When does is used, we always use first form of verb. For example, they is a plural subject, so we will use yes, do not. They do not play football and he is a singular subject, so we will use does not with first form of verb. Good. He does not play football. In interrogative sentences, do and does comes at the start of the sentence. Same pattern will be followed. If subject is plural, we will use do. If subject is singular, we will use does with first form of verb. For example, do you like apples? And does she cook food regularly? In first sentence, you is a plural subject, that's why we have used do. And she is a singular subject, that's why we have used does. Got it? Okay. Then comes present continuous tense. Present continuous tense describes an action that is taking place at the time of speaking. It shows the continuity of the action. For example, it is raining. The boys are doing their home task? And are they sitting idle? In all these three sentences, we can see the action has started but it has not finished yet. The keywords for present continuous tense are now, today, at present, and at this moment. Is it clear? Now let's move forward towards the structure of present continuous tense. In affirmative sentences, if the subject is plural, we use am or are. Plural subject means I, we, you or they. And if the subject is singular, means if the subject is he, she or it, we use is with first form of verb plus ing. In present continuous tense, we have to use is, am or are according to the subject with first form of verb plus ing. For example, I am going to school now. They are making mistakes. In negative sentences, we have to just add not right after is, am or are. Is not, am not, are not with first form of verb plus ing. There is no other change. For example, she is not deceiving me. Hounds are not chasing the stag. In interrogative sentences, the same helping verbs is, am or are comes at the start of the sentence and there is a question mark at the end of the sentence. For example, are they enjoying music? Is mother telling a story? Is it clear? That was all about present indefinite and present continuous tense. I hope you have got a good recognition of it. By keeping all the mentioned rules in mind and following the requirements of the syllabus, now it's the time to take a start with the exercise number 1. Now open the textbook page number 164, exercise number 1 of present indefinite and present continuous tense. Have you opened your books? Now the question is, put the verbs in the correct form of the present tense. And the first sentence is, she loves her cat very much. He goes to school every day. Here every day is used, so this sentence will be solved according to present indefinite tense. Third sentence is, it is raining at present. Why have we used present continuous tense? Because at present shows present continuous tense. Fourth sentence is, they take tea every morning. It shows routine. So the sentence goes for present indefinite tense. Good students always work hard. Always refer to the present indefinite tense. The earth revolves around the sun. It is a universal truth, so it follows present indefinite tense. She is learning French at present. At present shows that the action has started but it is not finished yet. So it goes for present continuous tense. Good. Next sentence is, they do not do their work regularly. Regularly is the key word for present indefinite tense. Yes. Shahida is singing a sad song today. Today refers to present continuous tense. Good. They always come back home late. Always is the key word for, yes, present indefinite tense. She is speaking English now. Here we can see now in the sentence. So it goes for present continuous tense. She speaks English quite well. This shows habit or routine. So it goes for present indefinite tense. The baby is crying for milk now. Here again now is used and it goes for present continuous tense. That's why we have used is crying. They go to sleep at 10. This shows the routine or the habit. So it is example of present indefinite tense. Yes. And the last sentence is he does not keep me waiting. That is also a habit. So we used present indefinite tense. Have you done with the exercise number 1? Okay, good. Students, sometimes present continuous tense is used to announce a future event which we decide in present. For example, she is leaving for London tomorrow. They are coming to dinner on Sunday. He is coming back next week. In these 3 sentences, you can see that there is a plan for an event which is going to happen in near future. So we will use present continuous tense. Got it? These are only 3 instances in your syllabus, so highlight them. These examples are there on page number 164. Have you highlighted them? Okay. Students, while discussing the ing rules, we are given few verbs in text which are not generally used in continuous form, means ing form. But instead of following such a long list, you will preferably follow 3 verbs: see, hear and know. These verbs are not used in ing form and will be converted to perfect tense unless no other grammatically convincing option is left. For example, I have heard a sad news today. You will not write I am hearing. It will go for present perfect tense, has or have with third form of verb. Same is the case with the other example. She has not seen this view now. We will not say she is not seeing. We will write instead of seeing, she has not seen this view now. Is it clear? Present perfect tense is used to indicate an action that has completed by a given time or has taken place once or many times before now. For example, I have read the 2 books. She has not sent him back. I have known him for a long time. The keywords for present perfect tense are just, yet, already, so far, up to now, etc. Let's move towards the sentence structure of present perfect tense. In affirmative sentences, with singular subjects we use has with third form of verb, and in plural case we use have with third form of verb. You know very well, singular subjects are he, she, it, and plural subjects are I, we, you, they. So, for present perfect tense, we use has and have as a helping verb with third form of verb. For example, she has invited us to dinner. They have already completed their task. In negative cases, we have to just add not right after has and have. She has not yet called the police. You have not violated the rule. And in interrogative sentences, has and have come at the start of the sentence. Has she done her homework? And have they come late to school? And at the end there is a question mark in the interrogative sentences. Present perfect continuous tense. This tense is used to indicate an action that began in the past and is still continuing, means that has not ended yet. For example, she has been playing piano since 2 o'clock. I have been waiting here for 2 hours. The packet has been lying there since morning. The keywords for present perfect continuous tense are since, for, and how long. We often use for and since when talking about time, as for plus period. A period is a duration of time, 5 minutes, 2 weeks, 6 years, etc. Since plus point. A point is a precise moment in time. For example, 9 o'clock, 1st January, Monday, etc. Let's have a look of sentence structure of present perfect continuous tense. The helping verbs for present perfect continuous tense are has been or have been with first form of verb plus ing. In singular subject we use has been, and with plural subjects we use have been. And since or for will be used according to the given time. For example, she has been playing music since morning. They have been playing football for 2 hours. In negative sentences, we have to use not. Has not been or have not been with first form of verb plus ing. For example, you have not been listening to me for 1 week. And in interrogative sentences, has or have comes at the start of the sentence, then comes the subject, and then we use been. Has she been cooking food since 7 o'clock? Is it clear? Should we move forward towards the exercise? Okay. Now, let's solve the exercise of present perfect and present perfect continuous tenses given on page number 165 of English Grammar and Composition. Should I take a start? Your first sentence is, I already have taken 3 cups of coffee. Here, already is the keyword for present perfect tense. So we have used have with third form of verb. Second sentence is, I have not seen you since Monday. Here you can see the word seen. We have discussed earlier that we never use ing form with the word see. That's why we have used perfect form. I have not seen you since Monday. Sentence number 3 is, my brother has not been writing to me for 10 years. Here you can see for with the given time. So we have used present perfect continuous tense, has not been writing. Sentence number 4 is, she has been learning French for over 2 years. Again you can see for with the given time. So it goes for present perfect continuous tense. Fifth sentence is, the book has been lying on the table for weeks. What we will use? Present perfect continuous tense. Why? Because we can see for with the given time. Good. Sentence number 6 is, she has not been speaking to me since Monday. You can see since with given time. So you will use present perfect continuous tense. Sentence number 7 is, She has been sleeping since morning. Here again we will use present perfect continuous tense, has been sleeping, because since is used in the sentence. Sentence number 8 is, how long have you been waiting here? We have seen this how long word in the keywords of present perfect continuous tense. That's why we have used have been waiting. Clear? Sentence number 9 is, he has been standing in the sun for an hour. Again, for with time is there, so we have used present perfect continuous tense. Sentence number 10 is, he has been working in this office for 7 years. For and 7 years, that's why we have used has been working. Sentence number 11 is, they have not been eating anything since morning. Again you can see since, that's why we have used have not been eating. Sentence number 12, they have already done their home task. Now you can see already, that is the keyword for present perfect tense, and in present perfect tense we use has or have with third form of verb. So why we have used have? Because subject is plural. They have already done their home task. I have already posted the letter. Again already is used, so it goes for present perfect tense. Sentence number 14, the fire has been burning at night for 2 hours. For 2 hours, again time is there, so we have used present perfect continuous tense. And the last sentence is, you have been resting since morning. Since morning, so we will use present perfect continuous tense. Have you done with it? Good. I hope you have understood all the important points. Now what you people have to do, you have to watch carefully the video lecture and understand all the points. Solve the exercises on your books with lead pencils. Learn exercise number 1 and 2 from grammar book, page number 164 and 165. Consult the provided notes if you find any difficulty while solving the exercises on your books. Learn all keywords and structures by heart and practice both exercises on your rough registers twice. Take care. Allah Hafiz.